Butt chugging.
You're listening to the Moist Boys Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Moist Boys Podcast, everyone's favorite classy podcast, only talking about the classes of entertainments.
Then why are we doing this particular episode?
It's only pure class, 100%
Simply the best.
class. Speaking of things that are simply the best, my name is Josh.
I'm Jonathan.
And I'm your best bro, Heather.
And
That's it. That's who we are.
yeah,
That's the episode.
Bye.
Thanks for
Podcast
listening.
over.
we're here to talk about everyone's favorite HBO Max. I guess this one's not an HBO Max original, but it is an HBO Max exclusive.
Woo.
Unless you have movie theaters.
Unless you, for some unholy reason, go to see it in the movie theater. I guess if you're like
Which then I apologize you spent all that money.
supposedly it's better on the big screen. I can't imagine it's better on the big
False.
screen
Aw.
False.
because it's bigger and louder and uncutter.
Yeah, I'm going to call that right now.
I'm
False.
going to go with nah, bruh.
I can imagine. No, it'd be harder to look away.
It would just be in so many directions at the same
This
time.
is so big.
And like the last 30 minutes would be just so loud and just noise and fury signifying nothing.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm sure based on the title of this, you clicked on it knowing that we're talking about a movie that for some fucking reason I can only call Kong versus Skull Island, even though that is definitely not what the movie is called.
It's Kong versus the Zilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, Godzilla is actually top billed in the title of the movie,
I know.
but I completely
It's-
forget him.
Skrilla versus Kong-nado.
No, that's a movie I would watch.
I don't even know what that would even be, but I'm sure it would be more entertaining than this sack of shit movie was.
That sack shit movie was entertaining in not the way they wanted it to be entertaining.
In ways that make you do the white guy blinking gif
Yeah.
just throughout the entire runtime.
It also gives you the giggles because what is happening?
What?
It also makes you take a break halfway through so you can get cheesecake.
Because you're like, I can't do this sober
I can't-
anymore.
Yep, I gotta cheesecake it up.
Was this?
Yes, this was when.
I'm not gonna say it was the movie that caused me to wake up in the middle of the night and throw up, but I can't imagine it was a coincidence. So I'm going to,
Definitely was. Yeah.
That's Josh's review.
yeah.
Yep.
Hours after consuming this movie, he woke
And to purge the movie from his insides.
Yeah. So yeah, this movie, for some reason, stars Alexander Skarsgård, Rebecca Hall, Brian Tyree Henry,
Why?
Kyle Chandler, Lance Reddick,
That's
Damian
the one
Bashir.
why. That's the Kyle Chandler is my like. Why was he in this
Why was
movie?
Lance Reddick in 3 seconds of this movie?
Yeah, I don't know.
The amount of time that he is in this movie is so short that I didn't even register in my brain that I was looking at him until you mentioned his name after the movie and was like, oh yeah, that was him, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he even gets he's credited at the beginning of the film with like everybody else.
Yeah.
Ronnie Chang not credited in the beginning of the movie. I don't think. Maybe he was. I don't think
Gets
he was.
more screen time.
Gets more screen time. I don't think he was because we're like, hey, there
Hey,
he
there he
is.
is.
There he is.
As
Yeah,
opposed
'cause I
to Lance
knew-
Reddick was like, hey, when's Lance Reddick coming by? Oh, there he went.
There he went.
He just kind of wave as he drives by this movie on his way to a different,
To a real movie.
on his way to
Yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn 2. And it also stars Millie Bobby Brown, who's in Netflix stuff. Who could care?
Who's
I feel like she's the one person in this where I'm like, yeah, it makes sense that she would be in this because she's a Netflix actor. I'm not saying Netflix actors aren't real actors, but there are certain people who you only see in Netflix stuff, and then like, hey, why is this person's in a real movie, huh?
Yeah.
They put her that the character that she plays is such a. Okay, actually, let's back this up. Every human who's in this movie is very much a. Why are you here? Why are you like this?
Why are you? Because this movie was written 15 years ago, and then they forgot about it and let it sit on a fucking shelf somewhere until they wrote 3 other movies, and then we're like, hey, we found this script for that somebody was going to make a Godzilla vs Kong movie, and they were like, great, let's
throw it in there.
We'll add a couple characters from the pre-existing movies that we've already done. We'll add a dude who is somehow, we won't bother to mention it in the movie, related to Watanabe's character.
Yeah.
But nobody...
Wait, was he?
Yeah. How do you know that? How do we know that? Because maybe they mentioned his last name in this movie? Maybe.
Well, has somebody from the movie confirmed that? Because the problem with that theory is that Serizawa is like one of the original like writers or creators of Godzilla, which is why
Watanabe had that name.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna continually give, I mean, obviously it would be Asian characters, but if you're gonna continually give people that last name, everybody is going to assume that that's what you're doing with it.
But that's in a real movie.
Yeah, fair point.
The defense of this movie is the same defense that I disregarded every time a Bayformers movie came out, which is it's just big stuff slamming against each other, bro. Why are you so concerned about the script and like the story and the actors?
If you're going to throw it in my face for almost 2 hours, I would like it to be cohesive.
Yeah.
If you're going to get a credit on this movie for things like story or screenwriting, you should probably be able to conjure either of those two things.
This movie had the same problem, and I'm going to be real honest. I saw Godzilla in theater.
And then we never saw another goddamn one of these.
Watch another one of these. I did not watch Skull Island. I did not watch whatever else was in between this.
King of the Skull Island.
Yeah, King of the Monster Skull Island edition. Love of the Monsters Skull Island edition. That's actually, can we have that movie? I would like a dating movie between all of these monsters.
Yes.
Where they're getting eliminated, Bachelor style.
There we go.
What
is it,
the
Love
dating
Island?
game. Love Island Monsters Edition.
Yeah, Love Island Monsters Edition, and they're on Skull Island. Sounds great. Yeah.
Make it happen, cowards.
Yeah. So we watched Godzilla and then watched none of the other two and then came in and watched this. And this movie has the same problem to me that Godzilla had. Too much humans doing fucking what? I don't know. Not enough monster.
Here's what I will say in defense of Godzilla, 2014 Godzilla, is that the human stuff was actually somewhat intriguing.
Part of it was not whatever his face and Scarlet Witch. Their stuff was boring, and that was like half the movie.
See, I enjoyed that. So what I liked about that
more
one,
humans telling me about my monsters and then my monsters, and that's all. Like I came for a movie called Godzilla, not Scarlet Witch and Kick-Ass hang out on screen, and then sometimes you get to see Godzilla.
See, but what that movie does well is that it frames, up until you get to the fights, it frames Godzilla from mainly her perspective, which is goddamn terrifying because it's just huge and it's lumbering off in the distance and it's coming towards you, I guess. Well, who fucking knows? But up until you finally see it and it starts fighting the other monsters, then it's just an entity out there. But then once they have those fights, they frame the fights so that you can see them. And this, maybe they did this with King. I assume they probably did this with King of the Monsters as well. Is everything is framed so that you can get optimum monster in the frame.
Yeah.
which means you don't fucking give a shit when they literally destroy all of Tokyo,
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. I mean, because fuck Hong Kong, I guess.
Yeah. I've seen all of these. Kong Skull Island has its pluses. I would say more than these last two. If you're looking for a certain type of movie, it does that type of movie well.
I just want big monsters. I see, and like I want the Bayformers type. I just want big monsters slamming around, and I don't need the human aspect to it. I don't.
I mean, the Bayformers movies were bad at both the human element and the monster element.
I'm sorry, this is real bad at the human element.
It absolutely is.
This
Was there supposed to be tension between characters? Who knows?
Who would be able to know? This Godzilla vs Kong does the monsters better than any of the Bayformers, I'll say, because you can see what's happening.
Yeah.
That's true.
That is Michael Bay's biggest fucking issue.
Also, what I really liked about Godzilla 2014 was that a lot of it was at night.
Yeah.
And I felt like that made the fights more intense and cool. And this was very daylight. I got to see that you kept changing the size of King Kong. Like, it was not consistent.
Yeah, I think there's probably like 2 or 3 different sizes for old Kong, depending on where he's at.
Well, see, because what they don't really show is that when he gets Stormbreaker, he grows. His heart grows 3 times, and so does the rest of him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he gets this, not an aneurysm or astigmatism. What's the third A?
Stigmata.
Yeah, he gets stigmata. I think he actually does at one point, maybe. I don't remember. He should have.
Should have. That would have been just cap off all of the fucking tropes that you can throw onto one giant ape.
King of the Monsters, the problem, and it's the same problem this one, is that the movie is hung on a premise so stupid that you're just, or at least I was, I know people, your mileage will vary. You're just baffled at why they chose this route to go, and that you're distracted by that for the entire movie. So King of the Monsters is around Vera Farmiga builds a whale machine that makes whale sounds, that makes Godzilla and other monsters angry and makes them fight.
That sounds badass. That sounds way better than what happens in this movie.
I just hate that the humans are the problem. I love that the humans are the problem, but I also am like, stupid humans. Why you gotta be stupid? Because this one, it is clearly humans are like, it's Mecha Godzilla that's freaking out Godzilla.
Yeah.
And then all the
spoilers.
Spoilers. By the way, if you didn't know that there was going to be spoilers, massive spoiler alert.
I mean, welcome to our channel, I guess, but this is kind of our thing.
Yeah. We talk about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's clearly Mecha Godzilla that's freaking out Godzilla.
Yeah.
And what irritates the shit out of me is that all of these humans are like, oh, Godzilla was a good guy, but now he's a bad guy, clearly. And we're just going to keep news reporting about how Godzilla's a bad guy. It's like, my dudes? He clearly keeps just trying to kill off the other monsters. I've not seen that movie, so I'm assuming that's what happens, and everybody knows that. So why the fuck do you not just assume that maybe somebody's hiding a monster right now?
I mean, only Millie Bobby Brown and...
That one dude?
And
Brian Tyree Henry.
Thank you, Brian Tyree Henry. I was
Whose
like, I'm
name
not
is-
going to remember the...
Gus? Bernie
and 11. No, is that what her name was?
On Stranger Things?
Yeah. Okay. Boom.
And in
Nailed
this
the
too,
reference.
Probably.
Second guessed it, but I nailed the reference. Anyway, only the two of them know that there's literally anything. Nobody. They're the only ones who suspect that maybe he's attacking these places for specific reasons, and mainly it's because that guy is a podcaster. So you're welcome, everyone, because podcasters are the heroes of today.
Also, that guy is 100% not going to be able to make that many podcasts without that company knowing exactly who is making those podcasts.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just real bad at SEO and nobody has any idea. Maybe Millie Bobby Brown's the only listener he has.
Only listener, completely.
We know what that's like. Only a couple lists.
Hi, guys. We love
Hi,
you.
our Millie Bobby Brown. We love you.
It's so weird that, like, one, podcasts being literally everywhere is just so fucking obnoxious in movies and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
In the real
specifically the way that they're used.
Yeah.
Also, the way they're portrayed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and as we have demonstrated here on the Moist Boys, anybody can have a podcast.
Literally anyone.
You're welcome.
But also, nobody in Hollywood knows how they work, apparently, because they're always different. They're always wrong.
Despite, like, half of Hollywood quote unquote being on podcasts.
To be fair, everybody in Hollywood does them wrong. And by that, I mean, they just record the audio on their Zoom calls and record it through their computer speakers. You fucking monsters. Stop doing that.
Stop doing that.
No more celebrities doing podcast challenge 2021. That's what I'm saying right now. But like this, the Mighty Ducks show.
Is there a podcast in that too?
Yeah.
Christ.
They think podcasting is going to an event, talking about it like a sportscaster, and it's like, well, that's not a podcast. That's just a broadcast. You're not gonna download a play-by-play
Of a sporting
and
event.
just listen to it.
Be like, man.
Especially because they were podcasting the it wasn't even like the tryouts. It was just like a practice. They were podcasting a play-by-play of a practice.
Jesus Christ.
And
That very much to see, like, in my brain immediately goes to the Christmas tree lighting being done over the radio from Parks and Rec.
yeah. So this guy has a podcast, and it's one of those podcasts that nobody would listen to because it is not too. It's a Moist Boys podcast where it's all over the place. There's no coherence anywhere. It's just like he's just fucking rambling.
I was waiting. I don't remember exactly if it happened, because if it did, I blocked it out of my brain. But I was just waiting for him to say, "Wake up, sheeple."
I don't remember if he says that or not.
He did not.
He did not. But
He did
I was like,
Because I would have been like, turn this fucking shit off right now.
Yeah.
I will tell the podcast. I told you to do it. I don't care.
but if we had turned it off there, we wouldn't have gotten to just the oh, creme de la creme
Never make that sound again.
that
My
happens.
ear holes just did that too.
That happens towards the end of the movie when they're in the fucking Hollow Earth. Oh, by the way, they go to Hollow Earth that was discovered in King of the Monsters. But fuck that movie. We're doing it here.
No, somebody says at some point they must be coming from a hollow earth because they're too big to be hiding underground.
Gotcha.
And that's about the extent of it.
All right.
Terrible. And then we get this dude who's researched this his whole life, but for some reason we didn't want to put that in any of the other movies. No, just this one.
And isn't Bradley Whitford.
I know.
Like, Bradley Whitford, David Strathairn, they were just like, we're not
doing this fucking.
doing this
We're
shit
dipping.
again.
And Ken Watanabe and Sally Hawkins were like, "Can we just die,
Not,
please?
please.
Can you just kill us off so we don't
Yeah,
have to
so
be
they
in this
just
anymore?"
brought in all new people because it's so far in the future from all the other events, I guess.
They're doing,
Only
doing
Kyle
an end game.
Chandler and Millie Bobby Brown are returning characters.
Yeah.
Wasn't Lance? Is this literally the first time Lance Reddick has been in one of these fucking movies?
Yes.
Are you
Terrible.
kidding me?
This is his entire filmography.
Oh my god.
Every second of screen time he's been in
Here's
these
what
films.
I also don't understand
Holy
is the
shit.
chica who's with Kong. And I realize that maybe Kong
Rebecca Hall?
wasn't in King of the Monsters.
No.
No.
Okay. We couldn't just do a quick hey, here she I realized they did the articles at the beginning, but who was reading that shit?
Not me.
Nobody who
Nobody.
doesn't pause the movie.
Yeah, could we not have done little I don't know, home video clips of her.
Like
taking care of
montage
Kong.
that shit during the
Yeah.
Showing her training Kong and throwing him little pieces of
food
doing
and
a
like
little clicker.
taking her
Stop that now.
Whatever. Just copy the Chris Pratt tapes from Jurassic World.
Christ.
couldn't have her find out where the fucking storm came from on Skull Island.
No, the storm. So
Appeared to protect the island? Question mark. But
Yeah,
also kill
here's what I'm
Kong.
saying. Did y'all know this because you did extra research, or did you know this in the movie?
well, the see.
Nope. Answer the question. It's very simple.
It's in the movie.
I knew this.
Is it?
I knew this from the movie, or I did extra research.
There's one line of dialogue.
There's one
Rebecca
line of
Hall
dialogue.
says where the storm came, killed off all the
All
natives.
of the indigenous people, except for this one little deaf girl. Who props to? No, not props to Hollywood. Cool note. The girl playing the deaf girl in the movie is actually deaf.
Her whole family is.
Her whole family is.
Yeah.
So good for her. Obviously, she will never. No,
Just stop. You were doing so great.
She'll never know.
She'll
We'll
never
put it that
know
way.
that we appreciate
Stop.
that. But
Stop.
anyway,
To be fair, neither will anybody else in the movie.
literally, no one will ever know. But
Maybe Julian Dennison. He might.
he might.
What do you call it? I'll tag. I'll put a keyword.
There you
Anyway,
go.
so research. You guys know this from research. We couldn't I'm sorry. Just if you're gonna give me human characters, give me a little fucking backstory. We find out that her daughter's not hers from some fucking throwaway line.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, not cool, man. Not cool.
Well, I feel like there's also
You want me to feel bad for this kid? You want me to understand why this kid and Kong have this great bond? Could you just take the time to explain it?
no. It's much easier to make everyone do Rise of Skywalker levels of research after the fact.
I'm aware. I'm just saying this is why this movie fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Among
Many
a
others.
myriad of other reasons.
I'm just saying, let's just get rid of a couple of these extra characters. Did Kyle Chandler really need to come back?
Bro needs a paycheck. His show isn't on anymore.
I understand that, but was he necessary?
If he had done something other than squint,
Also,
And look
I know that
constipated.
somebody has to find what's going on and Mechagodzilla and whatnot, but
to be fair, it could
we
just
have,
be the audience.
two less children.
Like minimum two less children.
Two
in
less
this movie.
children and one less podcaster in this movie.
That would have been great.
You know what? I think the podcasts are fine. Let's keep him. It makes sense for him bumbling around, figuring this crap out, but the literal
saying
children...
him bumbling around and saying fucking conspiracy theory shit from 10 plus years ago, I could have done without.
His-
Maybe just one less child and one less podcaster, and then we could have just followed Millie Bobby Brown doing this. But she also was stupid as hell.
She was stupid as hell.
Let me lock this glass box. They can't get in now. Oh, they have guns.
When literally the two people you're with are like, hey, we have to go. We need to go. Hey, they have guns and they know we're here. We need to go now. And she's just like dicking around with the fucking, just literally standing there
Oh, no.
on the other end of the room, just being like, what do I do?
Oh no, I did the dicking around thing.
Yeah, like
I dicked around too much.
literally, what was she doing while they were like, hey,
Trying to look at the computer
we gotta
screen.
fucking go.
Just trying to figure out how to read the computer screens. And for them to just walk into somewhere so clearly surrounded by people,
Yeah.
not good at their jobs.
Also, this super secret base that has no security anywhere.
None whatsoever. These guys were just able to walk around. There should have definitely been a security guy at a camera watching this going, all right, so now they're in Sector B, A. Now they're in Sector B, B. Can we get security over here?
So here's what you do. You take Kyle Chandler out of this because all he does is follow Godzilla and then stand around. You take Millie Bobby Brown out of this because who fucking cares? You take Bernie out of it because
I don't want to listen to that
I
anymore.
don't need to listen to
His
that.
quote unquote comedy bits at the beginning of this movie are some of the most painful comedy bits I've ever seen on a film.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
have
Though I will tell you now, his tactic of I'm just gonna be awkward enough until this guy walks away is 100% a tried and true track.
That is
that
good.
would get me. I am not gonna lie. I would have been that dude who he was just trying to be awkward around. I'd have been like, you know what? I have to pee. Please leave my desk by the time I get back. I gotta go.
So what I was saying is, if you really want your fucking
Audience
Spielberg fucking kid character to save the day, you just have Josh be both the kid and the podcaster.
Yes, all three.
Yes. Just have that character just trying to do his kid thing, trying to investigate shit, getting nowhere, sneaking into a fucking
Fall down a vent, accidentally end up in the wrong place.
Boom. That's
Instead
how you
of
movie.
in this movie just walking through doors that are just open.
Yeah. Like if he just goes, I mean, you have him go to Florida to where Godzilla wrecked the fucking house out of that place, have him fall through something and then end up in it.
Yeah. And
I mean, all of this has been done before, but also this entire movie has been done before, except for maybe one very key thing that is hilariously stupid and makes no goddamn sense, and we will be talking about that.
Let's just do it now.
You cannot download a fucking power source.
so the movie this
Wait. Before we get too far from Josh, though, I really want to talk about this kid.
Yep, do it.
Yeah, and I really want to talk about the fact that they were like, it's a Robo Godzilla, and he had to take the time to go.
The fucking audacity.
The fucking hubris to say them be like, it's a Robo Godzilla, and him go, no, it's a Mecha Godzilla.
Nobody in that moment would fucking make the distinction. They'd be like, yep, it's a robot. Looks kind of like a lizard, I guess.
Yep.
That's
you
Robot
know what
Godzilla.
that looks like? Death. Run. Like, let's go. I'm
Nobody
done.
is going to be like, oh, wait. Hold up, y'all.
I actually know this character's name.
This is Asian shit. That's a mecha.
God damn it. It irritates the shit out of me because you don't call them kaijus. You call them monsters.
You call them titans. You call like,
you don't, like, if you're gonna just,
to
fucking
be fair,
it's like
all in or none.
It's like he was like, you know what? There's a comic book character. We gotta call this the comic book character's name.
Mm-hmm.
It's Mecha Godzilla.
yeah.
Irritates the shit out of me.
So
Don't break the fourth wall like that fucking shit. God damn.
yeah.
Also, Power Source download go.
Power source.
The getting to and coming out of the center of the
Yeah, did
Earth
Hollow
thing?
Earth make any sense?
None of it made
what
sense.
The so they went into a hole in Antarctica?
They had to go through a Stargate in Antarctica that shot them faster than light into the center of the planet.
Yeah, so
And-
I don't get. It's like, and this cavern is. They are 100% driving through this thing, not down, but like to the left.
Yeah. Because at no point is Kong like scaling down a wall.
Nope.
Just swinging from the ceiling.
No, he falls.
I bet, like, they go
He's swinging and then he accidentally falls
and they
through the
accidentally
portal.
lets
Right.
go and drops into a portal. But like, for the most part, they're going east.
Yeah.
Why are we going east down this tunnel that should definitely be
Why not just have
Because it
South.
looks cooler.
put your fucking base on top of the hole and then just have it be a drop down into the hole?
But why do they have to go through the Stargate to get in there, but they can just come out? They can just like
Because shut the fuck up, that's why.
Because apparently you can clearly drill a hole with Godzilla's fire breath into Hollow Earth.
Well, that's how he gets in there. Duh.
sure.
And you have to let him know your location by awakening Stormbreaker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's I want to know what the light source is for the Hollow Earth because there's a sun.
There's a sun in there.
The Earth's core.
But does that make sense?
Shut the fuck up, that's why.
It's actually all the lava from every volcano on the entire planet. Lava.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it is not. There is literally an erupting volcano inside of there.
Because shut the fuck up. That's why.
God damn it. It irritates the shit out of me.
So
Also, it was real dumb. The whole he ran far enough and then definitely hung on to a Kong hand because I was like, that looks like a finger. Yep, he's definitely landing on a Kong hand.
Oh yeah, they did a
Yep.
full like
There's
God
some
creating
more-
Adam bullshit
I was
with
like,
that.
there's some more Kong bones. Like, there were clearly, like, this was a Planet of the Apes situation, but all the apes were dead, guys.
Yeah.
And he was tromping on some bones.
yeah.
They were like, oh, his family. I was like, there's no fucking family in here now. They dead.
There is one part of this
all
film
your cousins dead. All your
where-
aunties and your uncles, they're dead.
where they're in the Hollow Earth. And I can't remember who says it because it's who could pay attention to who's saying what at any point in time.
Yeah.
But at some point, someone says he's going into the core. And I was like, motherfuckers, you're in the core. What the fuck are you talking? What are you talking about?
Also, monkey hands. That's how you open doors.
Yeah.
I like that there was like a burnt out spot. Like, you gotta put your hands right here. Like, what if I wanted to put my hand just a little to the left of that? Maybe that's more comfortable for my stance. No, hands go here to push these doors open or they don't open. Because it wasn't technology. He literally put his hands in that spot and then
Just pushed it.
It's magic. So they have to.
Oh.
I don't know. Because this movie couldn't be bothered.
Nope.
I don't. Other than saying we've downloaded the power source, no, they don't even say that. We've downloaded it.
It just happens at you on the screen.
Yeah.
And you're like,
yeah,
wait.
she goes, download it quick.
After they show that there are millions of these just rock power sources floating everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're thinking they're going to grab one, throw it in a ship, and space rocket back out. But no.
Yeah.
But
They do that except for the one step of putting it on the ship. They literally do every other step of that.
Except for they don't space rocket out either. Because that was an unsatisfying death.
Well, Rebecca
Oh
Hall
my
and
God.
Alexander Skarsgård do.
So 2 people. Well, 2 billion people die in this movie, but 2 people die in this movie. And I could just not give a single fuck about either one of them.
Well, she was so blatantly the bad guy.
Yeah.
And not okay.
The whole time. Like, if you're going to do a heel turn, like, just make us not just outright hate that character the
what
entire time.
I don't understand is, like, this guy sought out Skarsgård to have him find this for him.
Yeah.
Had Skarsgård search out Rebecca Hall to help find this power source, right?
Yeah.
And then instead of coming along and doing the heel turn, because clearly we need the heel turn, right?
Well, we don't, because literally you just send her down there with G.I. Joe and get the fucking thing, because that's all they needed.
Yeah.
Skarsgård didn't even pilot any of the ships. Their pilots did.
Did he fly it at the end?
He flew them down there.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he didn't fly the fucking other 2?
No. But here's what I don't understand is why you send your pissy ass, gonna give you away as the bad dude, daughter down there. So
Why is there a daughter in this movie at all?
Yeah, why not just send Skarsgård?
Why
Hey, grab this power source for me.
Why didn't Damien Bashir go himself, get the power source, bring it up out of the thing, put it in the Mecha Godzilla, and that's when it kills him?
Because we
We just need
Because-
characters to stand around until they die,
Yep.
because
This movie could use with like 10 less actors in it, I think.
Yeah.
And, like, her character sucks so much that by the time
She
that
dies.
she dies, just like, well, that wasn't satisfying.
Because
Because she needed to die much more badly than that.
did she though? Like, I just didn't.
But on the other hand, like nothing had like usually when they're satisfying like that, the characters have done something where you're like, man, I hope this character dies. Up to that point, nothing had happened in this movie.
Nothing had happened other than
I
her.
didn't need her to die. I just needed her to go away.
And this movie only has one way of making people go away.
They get crushed by Kong's hand.
Yep. I guess so.
He just grabs a spaceship and says,
And says no, and then squishes it.
"Scooshes
And then it
with
blows up. And I just don't fucking care. Because at least her character's not in the movie anymore.
Yep. Who was the other death?
Walter Simmons. who
Damien
gets-
Bashir.
Yeah, he gets punched
Swiped.
by Mechagodzilla.
They swiped left on him.
He did. He really did.
Yeah. Also, the dude who's like, maybe we should test this power source before downloading it fully. Oh, my brain's fried.
Oh, that's right. 3 people die in this movie. I forgot about him because so did the movie.
For a little bit there, they did.
Yeah.
Is there a single original idea in this film at all?
Downloading a power source.
That's true. 'Cause
God bless you, Terry Rossio.
Hole to the center. You have to go through a space portal to the center of the Earth, but then Godzilla can just shoot a hole in it with his space laser.
That's just a combination of Stargate and Journey to the Center of the Earth with The Rock, which I feel like they took most of the visuals.
I'm not gonna lie, I like that movie.
That movie is way better than this movie.
That should be it's good actually. Hang on, I'm looking that up.
I think people like that. The first one, at least. The second one, maybe not so much. Wait, he's seen the second one?
The Rock is in Journey 2. Journey is with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah. I don't remember. I have not seen either one, so I don't know. So it takes those ideas from that.
Yeah.
It takes the storyline from Batman v Superman, like beat for beat. It is practically beat for beat Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Even going so far as to have off-screen characters introduced with blurry footage throughout the film of like different monsters. Like, here's a monster, blurry footage.
Yeah.
And even the end of the two heroes fight. One obviously wins.
Yeah, so I am tired of this. I have seen it all over the internet. Who's the winner? There's no winner. There's no winner. There is clearly...
The movie maybe has a preference.
Yeah, no. There's a clear winner.
Yeah.
And there's a clear loser. And then humans intervene. Because that's what we fucking do.
Yeah. Couldn't just let it be. Sad girl got sad about her dying monkey.
Because BT...
Who fucking cares?
Because, spoilers, Kong loses. He gets his ass handed to him.
As it should be.
As it should be.
As it should be.
He even has Stormbreaker and still gets his ass handed to him.
Yeah.
And is literally lying in the center of Hong Kong.
Just bleeding internally, heart slowing down.
Slowing down. He is literally dying.
Yeah.
And they were like, let's
blow up
shock
a
him.
ship on top of him.
Let's shock him. And you're like, heart's not stopped yet.
Also, explosions aren't like compression. Aren't it's not a.
Let's talk about some basic CPR.
Yeah.
If somebody's
Compressions.
heart stops, compressions. Thanks, Dr. Mike. I love that.
And then
compressions. You don't even
And
really
then-
have to give him a breath if you don't.
Yeah.
You have to just continue to compress.
Because you
And then
have to be pumping the blood.
You have to be pumping the blood.
Yeah.
And then
you shock
can
them.
shock them with an AED if it tells you to, and you know what it's not going to tell you to? It's going to say pulse found. No shock advised.
Yeah.
Because if there is a heartbeat, you don't fucking shock them. That's how you kill them.
Yeah.
Basic CPR. Actually, the basic CPR is compression.
Do you know what else you don't do? When your character does the heroic sacrifice, you don't just have them fucking live.
Yeah. Dude's going to go get blown up in a spaceship to save Kong.
And you
Actually,
just-
never mind. He
Never
ditches
mind.
the spaceship right in time and actually gets to run away.
he pulls a fucking Martin Freeman from Black Panther and just like, oh, I'm doing the noble sacrifice. No, I'm fine.
Oh, no, I'm fine.
I'm
It's
actually
fine.
good. That's fine.
Don't worry about it. I got to
Also-
be in the next one.
I love.
Fucking kill me now.
I like that you were like, where did that building come from? How did they get on top of this scaled, broken?
They literally
scaled a building.
are just on the 15th story of a busted ass building out of nowhere just so they can overlook Kong getting exploded on. And God, again, there's like Michael Bay levels of you did it for the shot and not because it makes any fucking sense.
What?
And I hate it.
As we've alluded to, other things that the film has taken, Stormbreaker, it pretty much serves the same purpose, looks pretty similar.
Pretty much.
Just made out of rocks instead of whatever molten heart of a star.
Metal.
steel.
Yeah.
The last 30 minutes are just Batman v Superman, but instead of Wonder Woman, it's just there's no third hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. So is it like the defense of this movie is that the people stuff doesn't matter, which I would say fine. Make this a 90-minute movie, make it 85 minutes and 7 minutes of fucking credits, and I feel like this would be a lot better movie because we don't need so many of these scenes. They don't make sense. Don't go anywhere. Just cut it all out. Like,
yeah.
when people say like the people stuff doesn't matter, we mean it doesn't matter to us. We don't mean it doesn't matter to you, but still included anyway. Like, stop. Like these.
But the human stuff. This movie wants the human stuff to matter, because the humans take him to the center of the earth.
Yeah.
They make it so that Kong can get there. They make it so that Mechagodzilla has a power source via the cloud. So the human stuff does actually matter in this movie as far as like A to B is concerned.
Yeah.
I don't.
You lost your point.
Did I have a point other than just what? Fuck.
The way you do it, you keep Damien Bashir, Alexander Skarsgård, Rebecca Hall. They're the focus of the movie. Damien Bashir wants to get to the center of the planet for reasons he doesn't share. He wants to get to the center of the planet. He goes to Alexander Skarsgård, who wants to go to the center of the planet to prove that it's real. They
frame it as taking Kong home because he has to be kept in quarantine right now.
Yeah.
Because his island is dying.
Yeah. That's your movie. You just focus on them. Just like cut everything else out. It's just them. They're going to the center of the thing. You still have the Godzilla attack, but you don't have all the other framing bullshit device around it. You can even do like without any character, with like no human characters on screen being the focus of the thing. You still do the Godzilla attack at the beginning.
Yeah.
You show the eyeball question mark that from Mechagodzilla at the beginning.
Yeah, you can have the eyeball.
The orb, was it an eyeball?
It was one of the eyeballs.
That shot was so ugly and noisy that I couldn't tell what I was supposed to be looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, is that a big metal ball there? I can't tell. It's surrounded by shit.
Yeah, the only reason that I know it's the eyeball is because the movie fucking jams that down your throat.
Yep.
Of when I think Bernie or one of those three is just like, it has to be him because he's the only one who's seen it. It's like, there it is, and then they show like a zoom in on Mechagodzilla's eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I was checked out of the film by that point.
Oh, I mean, why wouldn't you be?
They go to the center of the planet. It's literally just 3 characters at this point, and the little girl.
Little girl is fine. Keep
Everything
the little girl.
everything else is the same. You have them go to the center of the thing. They do the same. All that stuff. Everything's the same. They get to the thing. They're doing all their bullshit. Kong does his thing. All of a sudden, the ceiling like blows up and comes down, and you see the gun. And then you like cut to, oh my god, Godzilla is something. Damien Bashir gets his power source, takes off. You're like, whoa, what's going on? What's happening here? Everything starts going wild. They have to escape the underground cavern. They go up top. Godzilla's there. He starts fighting King Kong. Damien Bashir takes the power source back to Mechagodzilla. But see, in my version, Mechagodzilla appears like
way earlier,
halfway into the movie.
Yeah.
So what you really do,
I'm fine with that.
because Mechagodzilla needs to be in, not this Mechagodzilla in this movie, a Mechagodzilla needs to be in your movie.
A Mechagodzilla that actually looks like not horse garbage.
Yeah. This Mechagodzilla looks like Michael Bay sat down with his little green pen of like checking off designs for things and accidentally put a big green mark across it. Because this is like one of the ugliest designs I've ever seen of a thing. Like, sure, the old Mechagodzilla is hokey because it's a guy in a suit, but it looks like something.
Yeah.
This is just like, I don't even know how to. It's not cohesive at all. It looks like an erector set, a big giant erector set that shoots lasers.
It looks like a Bayformer,
Yeah,
and I fucking hate.
specifically Megatron.
Yeah.
Like the ugly, there's no detail Megatron.
Yeah. I hate, as somebody who has recently been getting into like old Transformers and all of that, I fucking hate what Michael Bay did design wise with all of the Transformers. I realized he had a team of people, he had a design team, whatever. He like gave the go ahead on all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And this feels very much in line with his like Transformer ideas of like, but it just doesn't look good. The face isn't defined enough to be a Godzilla to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a fucking, it's just a potato with a smaller potato coming out the front of it, but metal.
So here's what you actually do. You do the Godzilla Kong fight at sea. Mechagodzilla shows up, beats up regular Godzilla. He like falls into the ocean, floats down into the ocean. Mechagodzilla starts going all wonky because they don't have the right power source. Then they go, and then that's how you introduce Mechagodzilla earlier.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be a surprise. This movie does not need twists.
No, not at all.
No, it actually would do a lot better with no twists
Yeah.
whatsoever.
This is not a
No reveals, no flipping switches, no nothing. Just no, straightforward.
Can you like how much cooler would it have been when Godzilla was taking King Kong down underneath the water? Where they're like, "Oh my god, what do we do?" Fucking Mega Godzilla comes flying in, gets down there, and just like beats the shit out of Godzilla and brings King Kong back up. And they're like, "Oh, Godzilla is gone," because he has to go like. He's embarrassed for a second, so he runs away for 2 seconds, like Godzilla does in every movie that has ever existed.
I mean, that would be something. That would be literally anything.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh yeah, we didn't tell you about this, but we've been developing this thing. And we're developing it, and then it goes fucking haywire and starts attacking. And they're like, well, let's continue our mission for no reason in particular, but let's get them to the center of the earth now. Haha, my power source. I'm out of here, nerds.
Yeah. There's a movie. There's a movie that makes sense.
Well, and if all humans think that Godzilla is just turning on them and destroying them, why do we have to have bad guys who are like, oh, we're building a robot Godzilla that we can control to fight Godzilla? Like, he's gonna run out of monsters to beat up here in a bit. And what if he starts attacking us? So we just started building it.
I mean, yeah, there's
Ta-da!
as opposed to I want to do. Also, I don't know if Damien Bashir like hung out with the fuck is his name? I've lost his name. The Mandalorian.
Pedro
Pascal on the set of Wonder Woman 1984, but he's doing the Maxwell Lord performance in this.
Yeah.
Like
he is that character.
yeah, he's the TV character of Maxwell Lord, but the entire time.
God, this movie is so bad.
Just were any of the performances any good? Julian Dennison is actually not bad in this.
Is that Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yep.
It took me a second to recognize him from Deadpool 2.
Yeah. Well, again, like I feel like he was the one character that I was just like, should have been more of that. Get these other nerds out of there. Just have him be it. that would have been a
Of
movie.
his like shit. This isn't where I should be.
Yeah. Like I feel like we take fucking notes, Terry Rossio. We came up with a better idea for his character than you did. So eat a dick.
Rebecca Hall, who I'm starting to formulate a conspiracy theory that she has the Idris Elba disease where she can't read and just takes scripts based, like, when someone asks her, "Hey, Rebecca Hall, do you want to be in this?" There's like she just like looks behind the person she's talking to, and whether that person is nodding their head or shaking their head, she chooses the role based on that.
We should
Poor Rebecca
probably
Hall.
come up with a different name for that so that it's not specifically named after black man can't read the disease.
To be fair, it's just one specific man named Idris Elba.
Yeah, fair enough.
Who is in some of the worst movies of all time, and even movies that I think are either fine or good. He said some wild shit in those movies.
Yeah.
Millie Bobby Brown turns in a Netflix level performance, like I said before.
There were some I don't know.
She wanted this to be a much more serious role than the movie wanted it to be.
Oh, absolutely. There were times where I was so unsure what emotion she was going for. It was like, man, if she had, not on this project because fuck this movie, but if on some project she gets somebody who can actually direct people, because
I can see her being good.
I could see her maybe being good because the scene where Damian Bashir is like confronting them before he gets fucking duked out by Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
And she's just there and she is simultaneously crying, but also trying real hard not to poop.
Maybe that's why she was crying, because she
Just, I have to poop so bad.
I haven't taken a shit in 72 hours. I gotta go.
that coffee real kicked in.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And it was just one of those, it was very distracting watching like her reaction shots to things.
Yeah.
I was like, man, what face is she supposed to be making? Because your boy did not tell her the right face at any point.
Isa Gonzalez, who's been in Baby Driver, Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw. Speaking of Idris Elba,
Yep.
and Alita Battle Angel in this.
She's the surprise bad guy, except she fucking sucks the entire time.
So, she's also in Bloodshot, so only winners there.
Only winners. Ugh, her poor career.
I don't know. I feel like Rebecca Hall, probably of all the characters, is the best written. Insofar as it's consistent, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And it, like, from beginning to end, you're like, I understand what's happening with this character.
Yeah. She was the one person in this movie that there were very, very, very many moments where I was like, oh, poor Rebecca Hall having to say this fucking dialogue.
Yeah.
Anybody else, I don't give a shit. But her dialogue were the times where I was just like, oof. I earned that paycheck, I guess, but goddamn, this is hard to watch.
Damian Bashir is not in it enough to really, like, I thought he would be in it more, but he's in 2 scenes.
Yeah.
And so, Shun Oguri as Ren Sarazawa. Again, he's in like 2 new names.
His first feature film. Also his first English film.
Huh.
Yeah.
Didn't do.
I think he did fine.
Yeah.
He did good.
In his 2 scenes.
In his 2 scenes where in the, hey, we have to have an Asian person say Gojira scene, he did fine. And then in his being electrocuted in a chair scene, he did fine in that too.
Oh, they steal drifting from Pacific Rim.
Yes, they do.
He also did a really good job about being like, hey, we should maybe test this power source before we just use it. Scene.
Yeah, even though that line doesn't make any sense. Sure.
Because
that's like downloading
downloaded power source.
Download a PDF about electricity and then you just have infinite electricity in your house.
Fuck, we should try
That was
that.
really great, actually.
Downloading now.
The person I feel the most bad for is Brian Tyree Henry, because I know he's not a bad actor, but this is some not good.
This is an abysmal role.
It's incredibly broad, but not in a way. I don't think he has the
A
right.
conspiracy nut job who has a podcast who somehow infiltrated a large corporation and has never been caught. And now you have to take
Yeah.
two teenagers on an adventure.
But he's never like at no point is he ever like reined in so you can see why he would get like he is always this guy should be fired
Yeah.
from beginning to end.
Yeah.
He's like always at a 10.
Yeah, it's not like
His
How have
wife
you been
didn't
here
even
for
die
months?
because of Godzilla.
Yeah, his wife didn't die because of this corporation. She didn't die because of Godzilla.
I thought it was because of Godzilla.
No, she had cancer, I'm pretty sure.
Then why were they in San Francisco where the Godzilla attack happened in 2014?
Were they?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't fucking remember. I feel like he said something about her getting cancer.
Could be the cancer because the
feel
monsters were like radiation based.
I feel like it should have been because he was infiltrating this company. It should have been because of this company.
Yeah. That would have been the most obvious through line for what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah.
Again, we can write good movies.
We can write passable movies.
Better than Zach Bornstein and Terry Rossio.
Sorry, guys. This movie sucks.
Sorry, Zach Bornstein. You burnt. The most baffling performance insofar as you can, like, it's the one performance from, like, I can tell they did not want this actor, but the actor they did want said no, is Alexander Skarsgård was just doing Jim Carrey the whole time. Like, there were so many lines that he delivered. I was like, they're just trying to make him Jim Carrey in this. And it was distracting the whole time.
Not the first time somebody's tried to be Jim Carrey in the last month.
I don't get that reference.
That's a Justice League Nightmare with a K. Joker going for a reach around.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, are we talking about Sonic? Because
Talking
that
about
was actually Jim Carrey.
that actually was Jim Carrey. Nope. Talking about
The Leto.
The good old reach around.
Jared Leto Atreides.
Jared Leto trying, just doing his best to be Jim Carrey from The Cable Guy.
Doing his best to give Ben Affleck a reach around.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Finally got to see them on screen together. Ooh, what an amazing.
That was
Can't believe it's finally
Yay.
happened.
Can't believe it's finally over.
You know
Looks
who else
like
we saw on
made
screen
it.
together?
Godzilla and King Kong.
Yeah.
and Mechagodzilla.
And Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
The boat fight was okay, I guess.
It
I
looked
was definitely irritated through most of it because I kept being like, King Kong's gonna drown now, right? Because that's how this ends.
should have.
11 out of 10 times.
Also, what was Godzilla standing on? They were in the middle of the fucking ocean. He is not that tall, y'all. He
He's
can't
just treading water.
He can't just stand up in the middle of the ocean, and you're telling me that he wouldn't be bobbing a little bit if he was treading water. And also, you need your hands and your feet to tread water. And I realize that there are professional swimmers who can tread just with their feet. And yes, he spends a lot of his time in the water, so maybe
You've seen them thick calves.
thick thighs. So he probably was, but you still bob a little while you're doing that shit.
Yeah, probably. I don't fucking know. I'm not this movie.
Terrible.
Also, I would
Terrible.
just like to point out the way they save King Kong in that scene is by shooting depth charges down there
Where he also is.
Yeah, to
Godzilla. He's next to Godzilla.
Yeah, to disorient Godzilla.
You know, apes also have ear canals.
Yeah. Now Kong also doesn't know up from down and
So-
left from last Tuesday.
Yeah.
So great, good job, guys.
Good job. You murdered everyone. A plus. Mission accomplished. Pack it in.
Also, you're
We're going
telling
home.
me Godzilla couldn't just jump out the water a little bit to catch Kong hanging from helicopters? Because how is Kong with flights? Like,
I don't.
how long did it take you guys to get all these helicopters here?
That probably was noisy.
Yeah. Also, how did the fancy ass ships get to the Antarctica bunker? Weren't they on the boats with them, or did they get flown there?
I think they were already there.
Oh, the fancy ships?
Mhm.
They were already in Antarctica. Antarctica.
Did they build them in Antarctica?
That's where they because that's where they were based out of. That was where the most interesting man in the world that was his base they went to.
So they built them in Antarctica, or did somebody fly them to Antarctica?
Who knows?
I mean, they're fucking interdimensional spaceships for
Just
going
saying.
through the Stargate.
He took the Elon Musk Hyperloop up there.
Oh Christ! Yeah, probably. I don't know a lot about boats, but I'm pretty sure if a giant fucking ape/lizard man were to jump from one and land on another, I think it would tip over just a wee skosh more than not at all.
It does tip over. He sinks one of them jumping on it.
No, he jumps onto an aircraft carrier and then just sticks the landing.
Oh, the one he was on before he hits the aircraft carrier, though, does sink.
No, I think it just gets a little squeesh.
It gets a little squish, but it just keeps going.
I'm pretty sure one of them sunk.
I mean,
He sunk-
Godzilla sinks a bunch of them.
He sunk my battleship. I know Kong sunk a battleship.
Maybe, I don't know. I just got like weird, like
yeah, but the carrier, when he lands on the carrier, like
Something should
you
happen.
should have fucking flipped that thing like you're stepping on a rake in your yard.
The only
All I
shot.
can think of is it's possibly like if there's a rock in the river and you're jumping from rocks to rocks, and that's the loose rock, and maybe it would have wobbled with you a little bit.
I don't know. I mean, again, I don't know a lot about boats.
I'm not a ship, but I would imagine.
I am
much
not
about
a ship.
buoyancy.
Yeah, like I know the reason ferries don't tip over is because they have a very long thing that goes down into the water that like fucking is their counterbalance.
And they're also very like flat.
Yeah.
They're flat with the long tail down so that they're very stable, as opposed to an aircraft carrier, which is very tall.
Yeah. I don't know. It was one of those things where like I also got very, very Evangelion vibes where I was just waiting for King Kong to pick up one of those giant ships
And smack
and
it
just
with
like
it.
throw it.
That would have been something.
That
I
would
would
have been
preferred
something.
him to pick it up and just like use it as a hey, better, smack King.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Smack Godzilla across the face.
Jets
Like
do
basically
not.
like taking off his glove and smacking him.
Yeah.
Jets do not need to fly up to things to shoot them with missiles.
Oh
I just
my God!
want to
Why were the jets all so close? They were so
because you
close.
can't accidentally hit it with your tail if they're 14 miles away, like most. If you're in the real world, when you're dog fighting, you can't see what you're shooting at visible. Like you can't see because you're using radar and guided rockets.
Yeah.
You cannot physically see the thing you're shooting at. If you can, you done fucked up.
You done fucked up some.
Guess what? You're getting shot down now.
Yeah.
Or smacked by a giant ass tail.
Or you're just flying into it.
So Godzilla looks good. And the only scene that I was like, hey, that's pretty cool is the scene where like King Kong flips the ship back around, like the ship does a barrel roll and King Kong flips it around. That was kind of cool looking. I was like, that's interesting. Everything else looks like dog shit. Yeah. Godzilla looks good for the most part. I like the design. I know people think he's too thick, but you know what? To be that tall, you got to be thick.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I love thick Godzilla. I have been here for it since the first one. Like,
I mean,
yes,
it's a fucking throwback to like old. We got to stuff a guy inside of this thing, like suit Godzilla. Like,
yeah, but also, it's a giant fucking lizard carrying all that upper body weight. Of course,
Yeah.
there's thick ass thighs. It's a fucking look at kangaroos and tell me that that's not the proper design. Also, for a giant lizard man jumping around,
Yeah.
they have tiny little like shins though.
they got the massive ass thighs. Though.
Yeah.
He got big turtle feet, smooshing things.
Smooshing thing. Oh, that was turtle feet.
King Kong looks like the Dr. Zaius from The Simpsons, though. And it bugs me to know it's so bad looking.
There was another like King Kong looks like an old. Nope, not gonna say that one. Never mind.
He has the Amish beard.
Jesus.
The Amish beard. That's what I was like. Wait a minute. Which one did we say?
Which one was it? Which one is?
We just put one of those
I was
like
gonna-
5-gallon round hats on him. He looks like just hide him in Pennsylvania. Godzilla will never find him. Putting up the barn
The
today.
fucking like opening scene where he just wakes up from a nap and then scratches his ass, and I was like, okay, I hate this movie already.
Yeah, that like the
Forgot
first
I didn't see that happen, or else we would have turned it off.
Yeah.
the first 30 seconds of the movie, I was like, oh, I'm done. If this is what we're in for,
Only an hour and 40 to go.
and we were
scratch his ass.
that was yeah, that's
My favorite was that he then just was like, this is a good tree. I like this one. Fucking
Fuck this
chuck
tree.
it!
yeah.
And fuck your shit.
I know people.
That was a cool reveal, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, why was he in a? I know we
Because
got
the
it from.
storm.
I know we got it from the storm and Godzilla.
He was
and
hiding from
context and blah
Godzilla.
blah blah. blah.
Godzilla.
Sometimes
Cogzilla.
Cogzilla. Sometimes that's what Mechagodzilla's name should have been. Cogzilla.
Fuck.
More
Opportunity
accurate.
wasted.
So many missed opportunities.
Man, once I get that time machine, it's over for you bitches.
Cogzilla.
I know. Okay. I think we've
Oh,
officially.
it's fucking stupid.
I know that people are big fans of the James Gunn music drops in this, but I hated every one of them.
I'll think
Yeah.
we're gonna go back in time. We're gonna rename them Sea Pandas, and that's Cogzilla. We're
Yep.
done. Out.
Fucking making my millions.
Orcas. Killer
Oh.
whales should have been called sea
I was like,
pandas.
cunt pandas? What's those? Doesn't make any sense. Is it the guy?
Oh, Jesus.
Is it the I've been thinking about my best friend song at the beginning, or am I just like imagining it? What was the song at the beginning?
God, I don't even know. I don't even remember a single goddamn song from this
There was
movie.
music in this movie?
Yeah, there's like a couple. They should have done. What's the
Guardians of the Galaxy is cool, right? Every movie can just do that from now on.
What's the Kenny Rogers Dolly Parton song?
Islands in the Sun?
Yeah, they should have
Islands
done.
in the Stream? Sorry.
They should. That should have been one of the music drops.
Yeah.
Ironic music drops. I'm just not. They don't do anything for me.
No.
99% of the time. Like, unless there's a reason for it, like in Guardians of the Galaxy, there's literally a reason why that happens.
Yeah.
Star Trek is the new Star Treks were pushing it pretty far, but I was kind of like, oh, whatever. I don't give a shit. I'll allow it. But just like, oh, isn't it funny that you're listening to this song from the 60s and you're watching King Kong scratch his ass? Isn't that funny?
No.
And the
No.
answer is no.
The answer is nah.
Clooney's? Are we?
Are we gonna do Clooney's?
Might as well. This movie's new enough to Clooney.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like this is a time to bust out Clooney's.
Based on, God, the good to bad ratio of this movie is worse than The Last Jedi, which I know everyone says The Last Jedi is the best Star Wars movie, but I'm telling you, there's like 40 good minutes in there, but it's a 2.5 hour movie, and who could take that much
The
time?
good to bad ratio in this is worse than, I'm gonna say, episode 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um.
Because what that we have talked about is the good.
I like
Watching Godzilla win. Yeah, when Godzilla was on screen, physically on screen,
Yeah.
it was good. When they
I still-
let King Kong defeat Mechagodzilla was fucking bullshit. It should have been Godzilla. I don't care that he
No.
just let him win against King Kong. He beats both their asses because he's better than them all.
Because King Kong doesn't win a single fucking fight in this movie.
No.
Except for the
Also-
one that's handed to him.
Also, really pisses me off that Godzilla, once Mechagodzilla was dead, didn't turn and look Kong and be like, cool. Didn't I kill you 5 minutes ago, bro?
Yeah.
Let's go. Come
The
on.
fuck?
To be fair, Godzilla
Fuck out my way.
Godzilla doesn't kill all the monsters as long as they bend the knee.
And he did bend the knee.
Yeah. In King of the Monsters, they literally bend the knee, but that's best. The less said about that movie, the better.
They did bend the knee?
Like they literally 20 Titans come up to him at the end of that movie and then kneel down before him.
Oh,
There are
Jesus
20
Christ.
Titans on this fucking planet?
Yeah. There's like a woolly mammoth one. There's a
Why
bunch
are
of
they
them.
not in
Where the
Hollow
fuck are
Earth?
they? Oh,
Where
God.
are they?
These
And
movies
why
are so
they
fucking
not in
stupid.
Hollow Earth? Because that's 100% where they should be, according to everybody.
Yeah. What?
Also, now there's a giant ass hole in Hong Kong, so they can just go there and
yeah.
fall in.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought here. We were talking about good things. Okay, what did you just mention again?
Godzilla.
looked
Godzilla.
great. The little
Christ.
girl who played Gia was cute.
Yeah, she was fine. She was good.
Her if this movie had been her and Rebecca Hall instead of literally everybody else, this movie would have gotten 3 extra Clooney's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also would have been fine.
She was adorbs.
Nope, I lost whatever it was. That's
I'm going to give
perfectly
this. If Attack of the Clones is a 4, Episode 1's a 6.5. I'm going to give this a 4. This gets 4 Clooney's. It is the script is as incompetent as a George Lucas script, insofar as like the people that wrote this have no idea what people are.
Yeah.
I've never encountered a person in their lives, and were able to translate any of that into a cinematic experience.
I mean, it's an experience for sure.
Yeah, so Godzilla's good. That's about everything else looks bad. Some of the cityscapes are fine, but also the whole time I'm just thinking like, they're just like,
They did not evacuate early. Like, y'all can't tell that Godzilla's coming. Like, nobody, there's no
There's
early
no
system.
early warning system for any of
Yeah.
that shit.
yeah,
Like,
which
you
there is
found
because they
out-
literally show it.
Yeah, you found out there's how many fucking Titans living on this earth right now, and you don't have an early warning system for any of them coming up on you, Hong Kong?
Yeah.
No.
So I'm giving it 4 Clooney's.
They did not start the evacuation soon enough. Somebody was like, meh, half of Hong Kong's gonna die right now. I'm cool with this. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie is dumb in a way that's not fun, and also there's just way too much of it. It's way too long.
And it's not even 2 hours long.
Hour and 53 minutes. It's 27 minutes too long.
Yeah.
Basically 2 hours.
Basically. I'm gonna give this 1 Clooney for each billion of people that definitely died in this movie.
So 2?
2 Clooney's.
Ooh, coming in hot.
I did not like this movie at all. Godzilla looks fine. Monster fights are cool. But God, all of the fucking recycled bullshit. Oh, I remember what it was. The fact that fucking Godzilla charges his weapon for him, and then King Kong can use Stormbreaker again
Oh, yeah.
to whip ass right at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Which again, you called was gonna happen just like 3 minutes
They're like,
before it
they're
was
gonna
on
do
screen.
they're gonna do the Captain America Thor thing.
The Captain America, Iron Man
Oh, yeah.
shoot the blaster at the thing and use it on the thing.
Yeah.
So they took that as well.
So they took that. It's just God damn.
We all kept waiting for somebody to yell Martha at the screen.
I mean, Mothra's right there. I think it blows up in King of the Monsters,
Yeah,
which is a
Mothra got dead.
travesty.
I was say Mothra's not right there.
But it sounds like
The word
Mothra.
is.
Oh yeah, Mothra.
Mothra. Why did you say that name? Ugh, God.
2 weeks in a row we're doing that bullshit, huh?
Yep, 2 weeks in a row. This movie was goddamn exhausting and stupid and, yeah, not in a fun way. Every single human being in this movie is aggressively stupid.
I was gonna say I've recently. Are you done? You're giving your 2 Clooney's.
I think that's all I got. I guess.
I was gonna say I have recently watched a 4-hour-long fucking film, and that was less exhausting than this. I think. I'm gonna.
That was coherent.
What? For parts of it, yeah. At least 2 hours of it was out of the 4 hours. And this was just 2 hours of non-coherent.
Yeah. I mean, you get a general sense of what the A to B in that movie is.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this 3 Clooney's, 1 for Godzilla, 1 for Gia, 1 for Rebecca Hall.
There you go. Pour out your 40 for Rebecca Hall. Because God bless her.
Yeah.
This stupidest fucking dialogue.
Giving it 3 because this was rough, y'all. And I want to like Godzilla movies. Like, I particularly like the way this Godzilla is. I want to like it. It lost so many Clooney's mainly because it was taking place during the daytime, and I don't want it. I don't want it to take place during the daytime.
You can see how terrible it fucking looks.
Like, this should be night scenes, constant. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care if you have to do a sparkly Twilight vampire thing to Godzilla. He can't be in the sun because he sparkles. Bullshit. I don't care. Godzilla is a nighttime.
It's not beautiful. It's the skin of a killer, Bella.
Folks, instead of watching Godzilla vs Kong, why don't you go watch? They have all of the Showa era Godzilla films on HBO Max right now.
Definitely go watch those.
Did you know that Mega Godzilla was originally from space? Aliens create him to beat up Godzilla.
Do that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, again, now to anybody whose argument is there's too many people and not enough monsters fighting, go watch those movies and tell me there's enough monsters fighting and not too many people.
Yeah. So
okay, here's what I'm going to say. In the next movie, God help us all if there's a next movie, if there are not tiny fucking twins that just live on a seashell or wherever they need to be placed. In a bird cage.
They sing to Mothra.
Yep.
It's Mothra, right? That they sing a song for?
Oh, fuck. Well, that ship has sailed.
Maybe they can sing the new Mothra back. Maybe that's what their thing is. They're heralding the new Mothra.
Yep. That's good. There it is. Market 8, dude. Give me tiny twins, literally pocket size. I'm not trying to be an asshole
like
here.
2 inches tall.
Yeah.
3 inches tall at most.
Give me tiny twins singing songs to Mothra to awaken the new Mothra, who will then come and save the day. Give me that or give me fucking nothing.
Yeah. Folks, if you saw the title of this episode, you know that this is officially the 99th official episode, because I just started not randomly numbering them, but only certain episodes get numbered, specifically ones that weren't originally on the Patreon as Patreon exclusives, and then I opened it up because, you know what, everybody's got to hear our brilliance. But
yeah, there you
go. Point being, this is episode 99, which means we are quickly approaching episode 100, which is a thing. It's a thing. We've done a lot more than 100 episodes at this point, of across all the different platforms, across even just the Moist Boys doing different bullshit.
We've done a lot of episodes.
But of like the official, we're doing these are like the real episodes. We are going to be at officially 100. Woohoo! So that's kind of, considering that most podcasts like end after like 6 or 7 episodes. I feel like that. I don't know what it is an accomplishment of, but it's an accomplishment of something.
So we at least have longevity going for us.
Yeah, I feel like we have to pop off just from being around for so long.
Yeah,
hopefully, we're
going to outlast everybody else, but still have 5 listeners.
We'll outlast everybody, and then people will be like, man, I need a new pod. Everyone in the world's gonna be like, I need a new podcast right now. They're gonna be like, hey, look, they're still going. They've got hundreds of episodes I can listen to and catch up on and binge, and don't have to worry about like running out.
You can just pick and choose whichever one you actually want to listen to.
Yeah. We have a smorgasbord in the past, probably a little bit more focused going forward.
Yep. And good news, none of us have enough clout to do something stupid enough to get canceled over. So
hell yeah.
We're here for the long haul.
We'll we'll talk about cunt pandas and Godzilla till the cows come home. So I'm not 100% sure what we're gonna try to do
something. Yeah.
So head on over to our Instagram page, Moist Boys Podcast, and also at Moist Boys Pod on Twitter. And we'll definitely talk about it. We do have a Twitch channel that I never talk about. We never talk about. Twitch.tv/Moist Boys Podcast. There are some videos up there. There is a hidden exclusive episode actually over on Twitch, I think.
There is.
It should still be up there. I actually don't look at it very often because we don't. One of our 2021 goals is to do more Twitch stuff and look at that more often. So we're putting together some stuff. We have
putting a team together.
We have bought things to do stuff. So yeah, head on over to twitch.tv/Moist Boys Podcast to subscribe over there. Give us some of your. I don't know if we can make money off of I don't think we're official affiliates yet, but
we have no videos on the Moist Boys Podcast. Which
what happened to all the videos? There had to be something
over a
out there.
year.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I got to rectify that somehow. I don't know how.
What the hell?
Anyway, we talked about Onward. Is what I'm trying to say. And
you know what?
While doing the puzzle,
if that episode is lost to the ether, not the worst thing in the world.
No, but I'll just say keep an eye on that. Also, our YouTube page. 2021 is the year of the video, and I will promise you people one thing: we will never do video content and call it a podcast because that is not what a podcast is.
Yeah,
I am. Anyway,
you can have a video. And then you can have the podcast version of that video.
Yeah. But don't put podcast on the video that you've released. That's not what that is.
Yeah. That's just a video.
Yeah. So that'll be next weekend sometime. So folks, subscribe while you can because we'll be talking to people, interacting. Hopefully we'll get some cool people on here.
Yeah.
To do some fun stuff and maybe there'll be something brand new that we haven't done before that'll be fun to watch. Head on over to moistboyspodcast.com as well to keep that in your bookmarks tab. I put the links to the SoundClouds up there pretty much every week, most weeks, now that I have it back under control. And
sounds about right.
Another thrilling end to another wonderful episode of the Moist Boys Podcast. But keep your ears out for that. Also, Dunkirk and Sonic the Hedgehog are coming out. It's good, actually. And then our monthly Miyazaki still left to come out this month. So Dunkirk, Spirited Away, and Sonic the Hedgehog. If you like any of those movies, you want to know